Okay, greetings everyone, and welcome to my review of. I guess I could kind of give it, because I did see it, but I think maybe I have to see it again. It's a movie called Red Sonia. It is a limited release movie for now, but then it's gonna come down to digital. I think on the 29th or something like that, the end of August. Before I give my review, though, I want to. I don't know how quickly I can do this, but just give my little explanation on like biased and unbiased. And I feel the way I feel is that I know that everyone is always fond of saying, and I've heard it before from multitude of people saying this is what, not necessarily just to me, or not necessarily to me, but just in conversations when I hear it from people, or even in reviews themselves. You have to be or you have to be unbiased. You can't be biased, or you have to be unbiased. But that is not true. I understand that, and I understand the definition. I'm not going to ask. I know people do that. Can someone tell me or help me or tell me what? Because I don't need someone to tell me what it means or explain. I know what it means. I'm not asking. I'm telling. Okay, I know what it means. Okay, I know. But it's okay to give an analogy about that. In case you're having a hard time, not understanding an analogy. I think analogy works best. Like nepotism, right? That's like with nepotism. You is like you get the job, or you get the promotion because you know someone or your family or something, and you get promoted, or you got in because someone else higher up that that you're friends with, maybe your uncle or your parent or something, got you the job. That is nepotism, right? Okay, so like that. That is like equate to like being biased, right? But not really, because when you watch a review, okay, I'm talking about like a professional review, okay, not like this or other people, like regular YouTubers that make their place up to look like an office. And I'm talking like the real, like Siskel and Ebert caliber, the ones that really get paid for that, or IGN, GameStop, or GameSpot, G4 before there was a time for that, PC Gamer, those, that is an actual job for that. Okay, that's what I'm referring to. I use them as an example because if I just say this reviewer, this YouTuber reviewer, you can say, well, yeah, he's not professional. You people can say that. So that's why I'm using, a professional thing. That's an actual business, right? Even they say, and there's many reviewers out there, not just for video games, but movies as well, the professional kind, right? They will say, and it's like they have to remind us sometimes, and this is not just a one-time occasion, but I have to be unbiased, or I have to be unbiased here, or they'll say that, but then they will also say, maybe in another review, maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe I'm a little biased because I like this genre, or maybe I'm a little biased because I like this actor. So come on, what is it? So the bottom line is, you're always, even when they say they are not, the only real way you can really be unbiased, this is, I feel, okay, is that if it's a genre that you have no real feelings either way, okay, like I'll give an example, like for movies like gangster films or westerns, it's not my favorite genre, those two, but I don't dislike them either. They're just, I can see them, certain ones I like, but they're not my favorite thing. That is when you can be truly unbiased, because for me, okay, I am biased towards RPGs and sword and sorcery stuff, and sword and sorcery, fantasy, Western European RPGs. That is just what it is. If you favor something, you're going to be biased about it either way. So when you give your review, of course, that's why I try to bring it up. Sometimes I miss that saying it, but I will say I'm biased, or maybe I don't use that word. I'll just say, but that is my favorite genre. I do like these kind of things, or I have nostalgia with it. So you're always gonna put your opinion about it and your feeling towards it, your own personal feeling, and say this is why I give it this score. Otherwise you're lying. Otherwise, another analogy to help you guys understand, okay, because I feel like some of you people are not understanding me, or you're just not understanding, but when you go to the office, your job, okay, I'm going to use like an office, okay, corporate office, for example, and you cross paths with a stranger. Maybe you've seen them before, but you don't really talk to them as a coworker or something, or maybe doesn't work in the same department as you. You're on your way going to the bathroom or to the cafeteria, and you see this person, or it's somebody new, even someone new. You don't really know them either way. What do you say? Good day. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Yourself? He goes, good. Right? Or sometimes maybe you know them by name, but you don't really know them. You're not really their friend. Hey, John. Hey, Peter. Hey, how are you? How's the wife? Oh, she's good. Okay, yeah, that's good. How's your boy? Did he win the soccer game? Yeah, he won. Oh, good. Okay, well, see ya. Okay, you understand? You don't know them. You say these things, but you don't really care. They don't really care about your day, or how you doing today? Good morning. How's your day? Oh, it's good. Oh, how about yourself? It's a good day. I'm having a good day. And they don't care. You don't care. Okay? It is as Rambo has said. Is that when Ko said, is that why they pick you? Because you like to fight? No, they picked me because I'm expendable. What mean expendable? It means, say you get invited to a party. You don't show up. It doesn't really matter. It's like you come to the party, okay, it's fine. You don't show up, it doesn't matter. You understand? In fact, in some cases, maybe it's preferable you don't come. They invite you, maybe, but they really don't think you're going to come, and in a way they don't want you to come. That can sometimes be the case. I'm not saying, that's just an example. Do you understand? So nobody cares, So it's like that, when you give a review, and if, say, I favor sword and sorcery games, right? And I just say, now I'm gonna be going, it's like I'm going out of my way to say, but I don't want to sound biased. But I really love this game. I really love Oblivion Remastered, or I really love Skyrim, or Might and Magic series. I really love it. But they know that's my favorite genre. But I have to be unbiased. Now you have to lie. Now you're lying to yourself now, and you're lying to them. What are you gonna say? So and this is why sometimes I get the feeling nowadays with IGN, they're a little scared, so they give, that, I know everyone makes fun of them, they give a 7 or 6 or something, but it sounds like they feel like they want to give it higher, but they don't want to hurt their fans or something like that, get the fans mad at them. So they're thinking like that, and now maybe you're thinking like that, and maybe you prefer I'm thinking like that. Oh, but I really love Oblivion Remastered. What's going through my head, but I don't want to sound biased, right? This game is great, but I have to be fair. I'm gonna give it, deep down in my heart, I want to give it a 9.25, but then people gonna, well, that's his favorite genre, of course. I give it a 6. But you don't mean it. I give it a 6. You're shaky about it. Did I make people happy? Did I? You see, now do you understand why it's not good to keep adopting that mantra? I hope that's the word. That mantra for it, or that saying, or that rule of you have to be unbiased. No, you have to be biased. You have to. When you're giving any kind of review or whatever, you know. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, so anyways, I'm just going to very quickly say with Red Sonja, it's like a preliminary review. If it changes, I will maybe put a post about it and say what I an updated review. Maybe I have to see it a second time, but really, I really loved it. And it stars the guy Sheehan. He was in I can't remember their names, some of them, but from Umbrella Academy, he was the one that can see the dead people and he talks to them and stuff. That guy, it stars him. Excuse me. Okay, so and it stars some girl as Red Sonja. I don't know who she is, but and then there's a blonde girl in there, and she was pretty cool. I really liked her, and she's almost like the nemesis of Red Sonja. And what it is essentially she gets she intervenes trying to free some slaves. You know, she witnessed this, and she's basically her. You see it in a series of flashbacks. Her town was decimated, and she survived. And you see some glimpses of things. I will not spoil it, but it just kind of all comes together. Let's say. So she's born, or more like raised in the wild ever since she was young. Let me say that. And so she basically lives in the forest, and she bear witness to these slavers and that guy from Umbrella Academy, who's the villain. And he believes in like technology, not really technology like cars, but it seems like it's starting to lean toward that way. But to me, it almost seemed like a combination of technology with mysticism, combined. And basically, her attempts of freeing the slave were thwarted, right? And she got captured, and she got thrown into like this arena type place where all the kind of like in Gladiator, right? She became like a gladiator fighter in there, and she kind of befriended those people. One of the people in there is a prince who's never been cut. Think Achilles, something like that. And basically, a good portion of that, not half, but I'll say about a quarter of the film, a little over a quarter, is in a coliseum with the fight, or with them fighting. One of which they fight this giant cyclops. I'll say that, and it's quite cool. And then the other part is they escape, and you see them, as a ragtag team of like rebels, something like that. And that is all I would say. Now the blonde girl, who's kind of like the arch nemesis of Red Sonja, she's a troubled girl. She was once a gladiator and rose to the rank of somewhat being freed and being favored by the Umbrella Academy guy, who's the villain. And she's haunted by spirits. She sees them, and she's always talking in the air, talking to herself. It's quite funny. There's a part she's talking to herself, and then Red Sonja's like, "Why do you speak into the air? Are you mad?" I love that. But and then she got mad, and then they fought. Basically that's what led to her capture. That's pretty much early on. But you kind of see there's a part where you see some of the spirits that haunt her. A brief moment, but you get the idea. Now the acting is decent for a film like this. It's somewhat like low budget, maybe slightly elevated and low. The fighting is not like fanciful kung fu fighting, although there are some things that take place. The reason why I feel as if they're not fighting lightning speed like Jackie Chan, Jet Li, or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style, is because I really think it's mostly the actors doing their own stunt work, and it looks pretty impressive to me. It looks very good. So that's why. So knowing that, and you can see that they do some maneuvers, and some of the difficult things where it's like a flip. She does a flip from the edge of a like a scaffolding thing and shoots her arrows. That's obviously a stunt double, or she's on ropes. But the thing is, I really think it's just all her and all them. So in that regard, it doesn't look bad. It looks, I'll say it looks good, but don't expect Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or a Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Michelle Yao, from the classic days, Police Story, super cop type stuff. Okay, which I was kind of expecting that. I thought they would have gone that way, but no. I think I heard that, I have to see it again, but I think I heard she mentioned at the end Sumeria. I heard about a warrior in Sumeria, which I think is Conan the Barbarian, because Conan is Sumerian, right? Now, I understand that, in the original Red Sonja, Arnold Schwarzenegger played Calador, right? Till I found your sister dying, and so she guided me to you. Right? Oh, I see. I misunderstood. I thought there was some other reason. There was. You see? Okay, anyway, sorry. That's just apart from the original Red Sonja. So anyways, my point is, it's not a bad film at all. Okay, and it is slightly elevated from your typical direct-to-video B flick. It is. So, but it's like one of those theatrical release B flick, in that tier. Think maybe something like an Army of Darkness. It has that kind of appeal. I'm not saying that the budget is the same, the acting's the same. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that type of feeling you get when you watch it. You get that kind of fun popcorn type, not too serious kind of feel to it. Although the music and cinematography can be beautiful. The music is pretty beautiful. I love the way Red Sonja speaks, different from Bridget Nielsen, whoever this woman is. I would give Red Sonja 2025 much better than a crap Jason Momoa Conan the Barbarian remake. I would give this one, I think I'm going to give it, because I favor sword and sorcery and I favor this kind of thing, and I appreciate everything that it brought to the table. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give it a strong 8. I could say 8.25, but let us leave it at a strong 8 out of 10. Okay, it's goddamn good. Okay, so that's it. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope I cleared things up about my definition. I don't need explanation on that. I understand it, bias and unbiased and all that. When anyone's giving any kind of review, there's going to be a bias. You're going to be biased a little bit, so keep that in mind. Okay, so all right.